So as we're taking a look at lesson 8.2.5, we're talking about completing the square. The very first problem has us look at this quadratic. So we have y equals x squared plus 8x plus 10. In order to use our zero product property, we need to first of all get our equation equal to 0. So we substitute in 0 for y, because remember your y-intercept, or your x-intercepts rather, your x-intercept, you're going to have y equals 0. So I have now put in 0 for y in this equation. My next step to use zero product property is to factor. So I'm going to start off with the generic rectangle. And if you remember with the generic rectangle, my first term, my x squared, goes in the bottom left. I know some of you place it in different spots. That's perfectly fine, but I will always put in that bottom left. My last term, which is called the constant term, goes in the top right, so that these two are diagonal from each other. So if you switch where you put your x squared, you need to switch where you're putting that constant term, so they are diagonal from each other. From here, I now make my diamond problem. So the top of my diamond problem is I multiply these two together, and that goes on the top of the diamond problem. So x squared times 10 will give us 10x squared. The middle term, the 8x, goes in the bottom of the diamond problem. So if you remember, we've been practicing this for the first part of this chapter. We should have done multiple of these for practice. If you have not practiced these enough, please make sure you are practicing factoring, because that will be on the upcoming test. I then want to figure out what goes in the sides of the diamond problem. So for this problem, it says, well, what went wrong? Well, what went wrong here is there is no multiples of 10x squared that add to 8x. That means that it does not factor, because there are no factors for this problem. So what we need to do is take a look at another way to go about this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to now look at this problem here with algebra tiles. So if I have my 0 equals x squared, that's this one, plus 8x, all of these are my 8x's, plus 10, here's my 10, there's my equation, x squared plus 8x plus 10. So what I'm going to do to start this problem and this process of completing the square is I am going to take all of these and I'm just going to separate them off to the side and not worry about them. So when I look at my equation, that means this 10, I'm just kind of move that over to the side and not worry about it for right now. And I'm going to try building a square with these pieces only. So what that's going to look like then is this. So again, I have my 0 equals x squared plus 8x plus 10. You can see my 10 over here is pushed off to the side. So I'm going to take that 10 and I'm just going to move it off to the side. To build a square, both sides have to be the same length. Otherwise, it's not a square. That means I have my x squared right here. That's this one. If I have 8 x's, that means I need to put 4 x's here and 4 x's here. What that is right now giving me is a side length of x, and then a 1, a 1, a 1, and a 1. So I have a plus 4. And then the other side length is also x, and then again a 1, a 1, a 1, and a 1 for a plus 4 here. So I'm going to try building an x plus 4 square. That is my goal. How I need to do that, I'm going to show you now in the next slide. To fill in this spot over here, I need to have 16 pieces. So, starting off with my original problem, x squared plus 8x, and remember I have my plus 10 just pushed off to the side. I have now added in all of these pieces right here, all these unit tiles. I've added in 16. This right here is the square. You can see the x squared right here. My 8x's are 4 of them here and 4 of them here for a total of 8. And my 16 is right here. So now when I write this as an x plus 4 square, it includes all of this right here. The one problem we have is that when I added this 16, it's no longer balanced because I just added that to the problem. It was not part of the original problem. So what I need to do is if I add 16, just like on this next slide, so if I have my 0 equals x squared plus 8x plus 16, and the plus 10 is over here on the side, if I added in this 16 right here, I need to also subtract 16 outside of that square. And when I subtract 16, these two make 0. So now my original problem was the x squared and the 8x and the 10. I've added 16 and subtracted 16, which essentially means I added 0 to the original problem. But the only reason why I do this plus 16 is to build this square. My equation that I now have is the square is an x plus 4 square. I'm now going to combine all of these over here, which is a negative 16 and a positive 10, to be a negative 6. So that looks like this. I now have my x and plus 4, x plus 4, for an x plus 4 square. All my unitiles have now simplified down to a minus 6. That is now my equation. 0 equals x plus 4 squared minus 6. From there, I can now solve this. So 0 equals x plus 4 squared minus 6. I need to add 6 to both sides. That gives me 6 equals x plus 4 squared. From here, I am going to take the square root of both sides. So I have x plus 4 left on the right side of that equation. The square and the square root cancel each other out. On the left side, the square root of 6, we can estimate that using our calculator to a couple decimal points. On the calculator, the square root of 6 is going to be about 2.44948, and it keeps going. I'm going to go to 2 or 3 decimal places. So if it's 2.4494, this 4 means I do not round it up. So I'm going to go with those numbers right there. So 2.449. Also, when we take this square root, we need to make sure that we have 2 answers. So we get both a positive and a negative of that number. This breaks into 2 separate problems. X plus 4 equals 2.449, and x plus 4 equals negative 2.449. Both of these I'm going to do the same steps. I'm going to subtract 4, and now I'm going to solve for x. So I will get x equals negative 1.551, and my other solution is a negative 6.449. That'll be it for this video. I'm going to send out another video or 2 to help you practice the same steps.